Hey guys, in this tutorial we will learn how to make product animation in After Effects. Let's start working on it. Open After Effects.
Take a new composition. I'll make it 1920 by 1080. OK. Take an ellipse tool. Press and hold Shift and draw a circle. Click on Anchor tool to place anchor point in the center of the circle. Now remove the fill. Give it a stroke. Increase the stroke weight. Align it. Go to the shape properties. Add repeater. Repeater 1 properties. Transform. Make position 0. Increase the number of copies. I'll make it 150. Now scale it down. OK. Let's make the copies 100 for now. We'll increase it if needed. I'll adjust scale. Offset the shape. This looks good. Add a keyframe to the offset. Go few frames forward. Change the value to -10. After this we want the circle's motion to slow down. So move the bar to the last frame and give it -30 value. Good. Close the properties. Now we'll give it a background. Go to Layer, New, Solid. Choose Color. OK. Now move this background layer down. Let's change the stroke color. OK. It looks good.
Take the text tool and write your text here. I will write introducing new flavors. Select this text and change the color. Give it a stroke if you want. Change the font of the text. This looks better. Make the size of the text bigger. Do the following adjustment. I will make these letter lowercase. Let's make introducing lowercase 2. Align the text on the canvas. Select the text. Go to Effects and Presets. Search Drop Shadow in the search bar. Drag and drop it on the text layer. Adjust the distance and the direction. It looks good to me. Again, go to Effects and Preset. Go to Animation Presets. Texts. Fill and Stroke. Pulse Orange. Drop it onto the text layer. Good. Now we will import Lay's snacks here. I'll select these 3 Lay's flavors and import them. Drag and drop it onto the timeline. For now I am going to turn off the eye of 2 snacks. And only turn on 1. Scale it down. This looks good. Okay. Now we will trim the text layer. After this text animation, the text will go and the Lays will appear. Trim the Lays layer to the point where text animation ends. Let's import the barbecue sauce. Drag and drop it on the timeline. Rename it to barbecue. Rename the barbecue Lays to. And place it on top of the Lays layer. Let's change the position of the barbecue sauce. And make it small. Select the barbecue Lays and change the position of it. Make it go right. Trim the barbecue sauce layer like this. Now we want the sauce to move from top to the bottom. So let's move it and place it on the top. We'll animate its position and rotation, so press P for position and Ctrl R for rotation. Add the keyframe to both. Now after few seconds make it go to the bottom. And adjust the handles in a way that it makes a curve while going down. Add a little bit of rotation to the sauce. I think it's moving too slow, so we are going to select the keyframes and move it to the left. Adjust the speed, make it go a little bit fast. Select both the keyframes. Press F9 to ease them. Now select barbecue Lays layer. We want to make its scale from 0 to 100. So add the keyframe to the scale. After few seconds add a blank keyframe to it. Again go to the first keyframe and make it 0. Trim both the layers from the end. We are done working on barbecue flavor, so let's turn on the eye of the other Lay's flavor, which is cheddar cheese. Scale it down. We'll make sure that both the Lay's flavors packet size are equal. Now trim the layer. We'll place it on the left side. Let's make it a little bit smaller. This look fine. Add a keyframe to the scale. Go few seconds forwards and add a blank keyframe. Go to the first keyframe again and make it 0. The way we did before. After this, rename this layer to Cheese Lays. Now we will import the cheese. Select and import. Drag and drop it on the timeline. Rename the layer. Trim the cheese layer. Rotate it. Scale it down. Press P for position and R for rotation. Add keyframe to both. Few frames forward. Give a little bit of rotation to the cheese. And we will manually adjust the position of the cheese. Make the handles a little bit of curvy. I think the cheese slice is big, so what we're going to do is make the size of the cheese smaller. Press Send for scale and scale it down. Adjust the rotation again. Let's see the animation. I think it's fine. Trim both the layer from the end. So now that we are done working on it. Now let's work on the last Lay's, which is cream. Rename the Lay's snacks. Press S for scaled, add a keyframe to it. Few frames forward, add a blank keyframe. Go back to the first keyframe and make it 0. Fine. I'll move it to the right to speed it up. Fine, let's import the cream. Select the cream and import. Drag and drop it onto the timeline. Let's rename the cream. For now, what we going to do is trim both the layers, the Lay's and the layer of cream. We have already animated the Lay's, so let's animate the cream here. Now select the cream layer, press S for scale and scale it down. Press for position and R for rotation. Manually move it on top right corner. Add a keyframe to both position and rotation. Few seconds forward. Okay, let's move this layer to the point where the layers packet shows. The cream will appear after the layers packet animation is done. Add rotation to it. Then manually adjust the position. Make the handles curvy. Now let's see. I think it is very fast. Make it a bit slower by moving the keyframe to the right. This looks good. Now we will trim both the layer from the end. Now select all the layers flavors, drag and drop it on the timeline again. Scale them down. Now adjust positions. Now again make them equal in size. I think it looks fine. Place red on the left and cheese on the right. This looks good. Now align them on the screen. Good. Now let's trim the layers of the layers to a point where the third animation that we had made is done. All the layers should start on the same keyframe. Take the text tool and write the text now. Align it onto the canvas. I'll add a little bit of rotation to the text. Change the font of the text. This looks good now. Make the text a little bit bigger now. Go to Effects and Presets. Search Drop Shadow in the search bar. Drag and drop it onto the text layer. Adjust the distance of the shadow. Trim the text layer. Let's see the animation now. Add a text now. Take the text tool and write a text. Align it vertically and horizontally. Make the size a little bit smaller. Drag and drop the drop shadow effect on it. Trim this text layer. Again, take text tool and write text. Cheddar cheese. Align it. Add drop shadow effect to it. Trim this layer. Now for the last flavor, do the same. Add text. Align it. Trim this layer. Now let's add drop shadow effect to Lay's packets too. Add it on sauce. Put shadow on cheese Lays now. Add it on cheese slice. Now give shadow to the last flavor we have. Now on cream. Finally apply the same effect on these 3 packets. Adjust distance and softness if required. The animation is completed now. Thank you so much for watching. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel.